I'm about to block the hit. 'Cause someday come along, someone to tell me I'm someone, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody that somebody that one day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's disappealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, come along, someone to tell me I'm someone, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody that somebody that one day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He trying to stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today in the conference championship, where only one team can move on. It's the Buccaneers going up against the 49ers. With that, let's get out west to Santa Clara, where we say hello to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Going to give this time to the tailback. And, right away, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Slot man moves right. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also applies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman from 8 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was this successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a play fake here on first down. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding time. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brandon Fields to kick this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Throwing, Hundley. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now Hundley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Alone to the right is Jones. And the play clock's running down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
7 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go! Ohio!
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Here's Coleman. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go!
In motion right here, Nelson. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down 49ers.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Escaping the pressure right. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you get a position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be third down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route, because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come up with an offset eye. This is Coleman. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. Coleman now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here's Brandon Fields now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Coleman looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete here. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing, Hundley. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Here we go. Boom, landed. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Now let's go. Now, Jack Patrick.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, Jaron Brown's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Throwing, Hundley. And this one complete to Will Fuller. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This is taken at about the 14. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete, and he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. They'll look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They come up in an offset eye. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Their big tight end from 8 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They'll look to throw here. That's caught at the 1. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, this O-line, they've had trouble with a pass rush all game long. This time it cost them 2 points.
I mean, you've got a quarterback back there who's running for his life, and he's had no time to throw the football. They've sacked him time and again, and this time they do it in the end zone.
You said it, partner. No time, none whatsoever. They'll look to set up his blockers. And San Francisco gets set to go here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, let's go. White, nine, flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Here we go.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Backing up. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards in the red zone this time.
Come on, let's go.
Now Hundley drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. They come out here in the I. It's Coleman here. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He juked him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time. He's going to let this one go deep. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll drop to throw. Deep drop. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Play clock winding down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Brandon Fields now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking on the midfield logo. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Fuller, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Let's go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now Hundley. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And Succop will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
Out of the gun now on third down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Here we go. Ohio.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about.
Faster than a hair.